Recently I decided that I'd upgrade my a6300 to the 6500. So I thought I'd talk to you about some of the reasons why I've changed over and what I actually think of the camera itself. Some of the good advantages and some of the things that aren't quite as good. So I thought we'd go through those together and I can discuss that with you as well. So we'll go through that now. Okay, so what I thought I'd talk to you here is about the reasons why I upgraded to the a6500 and some of the benefits for using it and some of the things that I found which aren't that good. I'm not going to go over the whole unboxing and showing all those things because that's been done a million times on the internet so far, but I just thought I'd talk about how I'll be using this camera and what I really find amazing how it works. So yeah, I just got this the other day, so I will be using it now with my weddings. I've got the 6300 as well, which I'm going to keep. I'm not going to sell that. I'm just going to use that as a second camera, and I'll be using this as the main camera. With my business, I'm doing video a lot now. I'm doing a thing called Fusion, which means I'm shooting video and photography at the same time doing weddings. And that's the main reason why I wanted to go to the smaller Sony, the a6300 and the 6500 now. One of the main things that I've found that I struggled with the 6300 was the focus racking. I had issues. It's very hard with focus by wire to rack focus between two objects. I've tried some rigs and things like that, but it just makes the camera more bulky and it's heavier and bigger, more cumbersome to put in bags. So the main thing that I did when I heard this had a touchscreen, that was the thing that I thought first of all, and that's the main reason why I'd actually buy this, was for just the rack focus alone. I can rack focus between a bride and a groom, so I can smoothly transition between the two of them, and you can control that speed in the actual camera, and I'll show some results of that when I start doing weddings with it, so I will show that in the future. That rack focus is very, very good through video. It actually works really nice and smoothly, and all you basically do is just touch where you want to rack focus onto the back of the screen. So that works really, really well. The stabilization is also an added bonus because I am using the 24mm Sony lens, and that's not stabilized. So the beauty of having the stabilization in the camera is it now becomes a stabilized lens. So that's a really good thing as well. It tends to work really good if you're hand holding, so if I'm holding it still like this it will work well, but it doesn't replace a gimbal because you can't walk with it because you're still going to get that up and down movement. But it definitely helps if you're just holding it still or if you want to take slow shutter speeds. Also, the buffer in this is amazing. I can just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and it doesn't basically fill up, and I can review the images straight away as well. So they're the benefits to me. The things that I found that aren't so good, the touchscreen is not that good if you're just doing photography. It's not quick enough and there's a bit of a lag. You can use it, but to be honest, I think I'll still be using the focus the traditional way. Which is good enough for me anyway, and I'm very happy with how that works. So I doubt I'll be using the touchscreen to focus, but I may if I'm doing macro work with it, because then it could be of a benefit. The main part with the touchscreen for me is actually the rack focusing in video. So that's really all I can talk to you about at this stage with this camera, because I really haven't used it enough to give a thorough in-depth view, and there's heaps of reviews out there if you want to get into the scientific side of it. I'm just talking about what I've found is good for my personal opinion. The touchscreen is great for video, not so good for photography. The stabilization is great if you have an unstabilized lens, but again only if you're trying to hold it still to get a nice sort of steady shot in video, or if you're using really slow shutter speeds in photography. It does help a lot. So if you have any questions, please leave those down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you can, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.